Welcome back, welcome back. We have a continuing sequence of events going on here in the Harrison area and around Boone County. And last year we did the Biggest Loser, and I think the year before that you did one also.
I did in Berryville.
You did in Berryville. Now Courtney Miller is here with us from New Fitness, and you're in the throes of this. You're in the middle or at the end? Where are we at in this?
Actually, we just started on Monday.
Oh, really?
So
Okay.
I just now met the contestants. We have 23 contestants.
Yay!
And yeah, it's a great turnout. We have a 4:15 class and a 5:30 class, and so I got to meet all of them and hear their excitement and their nervousness, and all of their stories on what they're looking to gain from this program, and so yeah.
Good deal.
Yeah.
Why don't you tell us a little bit about, if you were a contestant, this is what you will experience.
Well, on Monday, they had 3 different stations that they went to. They would come in and they would do I would measure them, and then we had a station where they got their weight, and then we had a new thing this year where we have a little gadget that actually tests their body fat. And so now, where last year it was a percentage of inches lost and weight lost, now we've also got body fat loss too. So that's really neat. And so we did that on Monday, and we just talked about basic nutrition tips and things like that. I answered a lot of their questions. Now tonight when they come in, they're going to do their first workout. It's just going to be a 30-minute workout. We're going to talk about correct form. And then after that, we're going to do a virtual shopping trip. Last year, we went to a grocery store. And when you get that many people around prime times, it was hard to work around all the other shoppers and things like that. So we decided to have this year a virtual shopping trip. So we're going to sit down and talk about how to find comps, which is a lot easier than I thought. Having one of my contestants from last year help me find out how to do comps, because I always thought that was going to be a hard thing where you have to look in the newspaper and look at all the coupons.
Are you talking about comps, meaning discounted
items?
Okay,
yeah. And there's a site on Facebook now for Harrison that lists all of the comps that you can just take with you. It was like 7 pages.
What's it site? Do you know?
You know, I don't know, but I can
10
put
for
it.
20, or I can't remember.
You're right. It's 10 for
20
20 maybe. But we will post it on our Facebook page so people can get the link from it. And so I'm really excited to be able to give that to the contestants, because it's hard to eat healthy on a budget.
Oh yeah,
right.
So I'm really excited about talking to them about that.
Potato chips are awful cheap.
They are.
Yeah, and that's you don't really need to be eating that type of food. Is that what you're saying, basically?
Yeah, basically. And a lot of people say, well, I don't have the time to do comps or to know what to eat. And so this is
So this is a lifestyle change. I mean, you're going to have to say, in order to do what you want, you're going to have to make some sacrifices.
Right, exactly.
Yeah.
It's like if your child has a baseball game, you make the sacrifices to make time to go to your child's baseball game. It's the same thing. It's a lifestyle. It doesn't have to be a huge sacrifice on time, but you are going to have to make some changes. It can't just be completely easy, or we.
But they will then have the tools to do this for the rest of their life. So
exactly, and that is my main thing. Is even though it's at New Fitness, and of course we would love to have them as a member, everything that I teach them in the next 6 weeks is how to do this at home. Yeah. Because it is a lifestyle change. It isn't a diet, and so that's what it's about.
It's admirable you're doing this, because you're in the fitness business, and of course you make your money from people, memberships to the gym and that kind of thing. But you don't have to do this. You don't have to do the Biggest Loser program.
Oh,
it's something that you seems like you're passionate about, and you want to teach people the right way to be healthy instead of just taking their memberships.
Right, exactly. I lost 69 pounds, and it took me 8 years to do it. And it's because I didn't know how to do it. I bounced around between starving myself or exercise, and then you eat too much because you think it's okay because you exercised that day.
And it's usually we'd start out wrong and do it wrong for a long period of time. Is what you're telling us.
Right. There was no guidance whatsoever for me. And so I thought, well, that's what I want to do with my life, is help someone not have to spend 8 years, just trying to figure out what the heck's going on, because That's really hard. That can be stressful. That's,
it-
you
yeah,
know,
yeah.
it's hard.
It can be discouraging for
It
sure.
can be very discouraging,
Do,
yeah.
do you see a lot of the participants like you were? I mean, do you see yourself in them 8 years ago?
Yeah, I do. You know, it's been so long since I went through that weight loss in that part of my life. But it's easy to relate with all of them. You know, this year, we always have had men in our programs in the past, which I've loved, don't get me wrong. But this year it's all women.
Oh, okay.
And so it's already a different feel. You know, it's already a bigger support group because the ladies are sitting around and talking about not only losing weight, but what that pertains to as a mother and as a wife and things like that. So
At the end of this, we're going to go ahead, I'm going to jump a little bit and tell you have a grand prize for the person that loses the most inches and weight. Is that?
it's a percentage of their inch loss, their weight loss, and their fat loss.
Okay.
And then that winner gets $1,000, which Dixie Stampede, Nature's Wonder, and Dr. Rebecca Simon, I believe, are the grand prize companies that provided that wonderful grand prize. And so the Biggest Loser does get that. The top 10 contestants get some sort of makeover. The top 5 get an even more in-depth makeover before the grand finale. And then the grand finale is a red carpet event. That's a really nice event that
Cool.
we've been really proud of.
Oh, have you got that planned where you're going to have that this year?
No, we haven't because we had it last year at the Seville.
Yeah.
And I actually drove past there today, and it looked like the part that we had it in is now maybe a restaurant.
Yeah,
is.
it is.
Yeah, so we're trying to figure out where we can have that, where our contestants can bring food in, because we want to be able to provide food for the sponsors and the contestants' family.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
yeah.
Interesting.
Well,
Okay.
it's a great program, and we appreciate the fact that you've taken it on.
Thank you. I'm excited. I'm really looking forward to all of the changes that we can make in all of these contestants' lives. I think they all are really motivated, and I think we're going to stay together as a group to the end.
Well, we wish the best to each and every one.
Now, you've just started, and how long is the program? Is it
6
6
weeks.
Okay. So you're going to be coming back a couple of weeks, and
I will come back in a couple weeks, and you know, talking about the program being 6 weeks, we were out in the calendar Monday, and our final weigh-in is the day after Labor Day. So they're like, thanks a lot, you know. But you know, it's a great way to kind of keep healthy through the holidays.
Yeah.
So yeah, we've got 6 weeks of it.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Thank you,
Well, thanks,
Courtney.
All
Courtney.
right, thank you.
Appreciate it. All right, up next, we're going to be talking with Fred Wool. And Fred's a regular on the show from time to time. And he's last year, he talked to us a little bit about his experiences at Silver Dollar City and what he does there. And we're going to be talking about that, plus other things with Fred Wool. Stay with us.